There we go.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this show, Screaming at the Next Level. My name is CupofRobots, and with me, as always, my brother in baldness, DJBluePDX.
They'll have a taste.
Hi.
There we go.
How are you?
Hi.
How are you?
What?
Good to see you. Happy New Year.
What an amazing morning / evening or whatever. It's currently snowing. It is day one of snow in the Pacific Northwest for 2021. It is our first snow of the winter here in Portland, and I'm excited because the puppies got their first day in the snow. It was incredible, and I'm so excited to have been able to capture videos for it. So that's a thing. Just now as a reminder, don't forget today's show is brought to you by the number 18, the Sign Plus, rated M for mature. It's intended for ages over 18. If you're over the age of 18, be responsible for your and use your Astro headphones. Before continuing to watch the show, some of the content or language presented here may not necessarily be appropriate for all members of your household. If you're under the age of 18, be a responsible viewer and ask your mom, dad, parent, guardian, brother, sister, she-wolf, werewolf, or were-chicken, depending on whatever's overseeing your behavioral duties, before continuing to watch this program. And if you are the offspring of a were-chicken, I have to ask, what comes first? The egg or the blood-curdling screams prior to you completely destroying an entire village back in the 1600s off of Roanoke Island? You know who I'm talking to.
Yeah.
God damn it, Barb!
So it's the last show. It's our last show of January, and we're gonna talk about how to make 2021 your bitch.
There's so many things I want to talk about today. We got so many things
a lot
to talk about. Yeah.
DJ is he's en fuego, as the kids say.
Yeah.
And I'm indifferent.
I always look like I'm having a stroke on one side of my head whenever I say hot. Because like this eye always just shrinks.
It's involuntary.
It's hot.
Can you do it? Try saying it without doing the eye.
Hot. It's gonna be a very hot day in Arizona today.
Oh my god!
All the men of the chat are pregnant now.
Oh my god! You guys look great. You're glistening. You're shining. Oh my god! You're gonna have such a good baby. Oh, a little bit of housekeeping. So my family listens to the podcast on Spotify, which you can too. Screaming at the Next Level on Spotify. And my sister asked me to clear up something I said about her being a vegan, but she also eats meat. She wanted everybody to know that. Apparently, I was judging vegans, and I brought up my sister. I don't remember doing this, but so now I did it. And that's
I believe we're referring to most vegans as our sisters without misters.
Probably.
I'm kidding, and I have no. I respect vegan culture. I can't be a vegan. I just can't. I can barely be a pescatarian. I mean, I was a shitty Presbyterian, and then I tried to be a pescatarian and discovered that was about fruit and not religion. Being a fruit, I mean, that worked out for me for a minute. And then I hired barbecue and I ran. There you go. Cheers.
So what did we have what were we doing?
It is the final week of kicking 2021 in the ass and taking control of how you're going to shape your future. And I think we have several examples of how to do it. If it's not being hot and faking having a girlfriend because you're a drone racer, hashtag don't. No. What in the fuck am I looking at? And it's true because I saw an advertisement for drone racing and sent it over to Tup. Like, who the fuck is this kid? Who's he trying to lie to? And then he's like, it's a live video feed. I'm like, that's funny because the advertisement I saw in the ad on Twitter showed a very, how do I say this without sounding like I'm judging? A very confidently flamboyant young man talking about how he taught his girlfriend to drone race because she was really good with the sticks.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure what threw me off more. Was it the winking smile at the camera, the fact that he was drinking something with the pinky up, or that he squealed really loudly when she almost hit him with the drone? I feel like all of these are things that I thought, okay. And there you go. Tony Shalhoub also...
Did it for me, baby.
Either way, Drone Racing League is on right now, only because it is on, and I thought it was really interesting. And I also am a huge fan of drone racing.
It's
especially
awesome.
If you're trying. It can be rad. It can be really fun, especially if you're chasing people down the back streets of Louisiana. You know, after you faked a werewolf attack, it's really fun.
I feel like
looks totally legitimate.
I feel like if you were good at the game Descent in the early 90s, you'd be good at drone racing. Do you remember Descent?
I remember being nascent.
It was it was like a dungeon crawler and PvP thing, but you controlled a plane in like in 3 dimensions. You had the joystick. You know what I mean? And if you were really good on it, like really, really good on it, you could, I think you would be good at drone racing.
I feel also like you look like that one rock kid from the Fantastic Four that never can get the same character or actor to play him twice. There you go. Now look at that. That is the floating TV. Obviously now we know where Couple Robots came from, was clearly the television. Oh, back it up. I was going to say that's Harry Potter's living room. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Wigs on, wigs off. Wig Central. Look at that. That's exactly the same room that Hagrid came busting in and was all like, "You're a wizard, Harry."
No,
And was like, anyways, so what the fuck is that?
I hate this.
We're also going to be talking about things that you do and do not want to do as a streamer and content creator, because guess what? Part of mastering and handling your ability to go and properly traverse 2021 in a way that is going to be functionally collaborative and allow you more opportunities than not means being able to know what's good content, what's not good content, and when to draw the line, or in some cases, where to draw the line, regardless of your potential possibility for cultural differences.
That's actually that's something that segues really nicely into my one thing I wanted to say, because I was talking last week about all kinds of shit. Okay, letting all my secrets out, but there was something I left out.
All good.
Because I like to be a slow drip. You know?
Yes. Kind of like Dilaudid or morphine.
Yes. A slow drip of CupofRobots. I'll tell you what, man, the audio viewers, they're missing out this week because this shit is woo.
It's legit.
If you're not watching live on twitch.tv/NextLevelTSC, you're missing out.
Ironically, you right now look very much like my very first boyfriend ever, Charlie, when he was a stripper at a bar, and yet, ironically, that is exactly what his face looked like. And it was like he had a giant mouth with a very tiny head. I definitely questioned my ability to judge people, but I mean, that was, now looking back, I wonder how drunk I was that night.
Hey, DJ,
Go
how's it
on.
going?
Hi.
All right, I need to stop this. I think the biggest thing that you need to do as far as when looking forward into 2021 as a content creator, and we talked about how to get game keys, we talked about how to talk to developers, we talked about what the difference is between a sponsorship and affiliate program. Maybe we didn't, maybe that was a TikTok, I don't know. But one thing I did want to say is know what your time is worth.
Yep. Bingo.
You have to know your value. Okay, when you start doing something, and when you go into a new project, and you have to have in the back of your head, well, this is what I feel like I'm worth. And if you don't think after a few months or something that's not, you're not being valued, or you're not getting what you want out of it for your time that you put into it, just move on.
Mm-hmm.
Don't grind it into the ground.
Yep.
And because you're just wasting time. Move on to something that can actually get you results. This is coming from a person that can't seem to stop streaming Call of Duty multiplayer, even though I know it's horrible for my channel. I need to move on.
Well, okay, but there's a balance, and I want to bring this up. There is a balance to that part of the conversation, and here's why. Part of this is, what do you enjoy gaming? What do you enjoy playing? What do you, as a gamer, enjoy bringing to the conversation and bringing to your channel and experiencing with your viewers and or your subs or your mods or your inner circle?
Mm-hmm.
There's that balance, because for me, like, for example, this last week I rediscovered that I still have a very vibrant love for tower defense games.
Mm.
It is not the style or type of game that anybody would ever associate with a streamer. And yet we have 20, 30 people who will roll up watching this. And it's great because so many people have also enjoyed tower defense games, and it's fun. And it's a multiplayer. It's called Bloons. This is not an advertisement. I'm just saying.
Hashtag
There you go. However, does it have a guiding lead into future esports potential? Not necessarily. It's a tower defense game. Like, it's not super exciting. It's a tower defense game. Do I enjoy it? Does it relax me? Am I having fun with it? Yes. Why in the fuck do you look like my 9th grade science teacher?
You ever notice how old people just gum stuff?
Can you not?
You ever notice that?
No.
They're just like, what are you chewing on? Is it a fucking Werther's original?
Right? Oh my god. What you got over there, Granddad? I'm not even sure how you're getting these filters on your... I'm not even sure how you're getting these filters in the camera, but I'm also going to have to ask you after we get off the show to show me how to do this.
Streamer, bro.
With lipstick? That's neat.
I'm sorry.
So, oh, you're good. So, my reason for bringing this up is because something happened that I have to bring up to the show. If you are going to have an impact on people, in fact, if you are going to name yourself something so drastically absurd like IP Impact, or on Twitter, IP_Impact, or just IP Impact on Twitch, not calling you out, I'm not going to lie, I almost called you out on Twitch and on Twitter. And I didn't, out of respect, sort of. Part of me wants to nail this guy to the wall.
Should, though.
So, let me go ahead and say this. If you'd like to enjoy the conversation, check out my replies as of yesterday to a young man named IP_Impact. He's from Melbourne, Australia. Now, I'm also huge friends and have much love for the Australian culture and my fellow Australian gamers.
Oi.
However, an influencer who's part of the Rainbow Arcade. Now, Rainbow Arcade's probably the largest LGBTQIA stream team in history. These guys, like, they are incredible. Heidaru, who's one of their streamers, posted a tweet that I found horrifically problematic. I don't know how we would go about seeing this on stream.
I linked it.
I don't know if we should, honestly, because of the language that's used. But part of me kind of wants to show this. I don't know if we have the ability to do so.
I mean,
but
I can
see
put up
my
a window source.
Sure, you saw my, like, that's my response. Let me go ahead and just... The issue here is, now, Heidaru's response was, hey, our straight's okay. Imagine having the audacity to edit and upload your heated gaming moment using homophobic slurs as content. I thought of this was like, all right, well, I mean, people say shit. Whatever. I've said some pretty ugly crap when dealing with trolls and come back from it and explained myself, apologized when necessary, but also made sure that it was clear where the line had been drawn. If your apology involves laughing your way through it as a joke, please, for the love of God, let me be very clear. Bitch, that ain't an apology. You're just pissy because you got caught.
When I was live on stream.
And yes, I'm speaking directly to you at twitch.tv/IPimpact and your 896 fucking followers for now.
Do you want?
And my guess is when you bitch in your videos about why don't people follow me and watch me all the time and why is my social media presence larger? I don't know. Maybe because you have 13 followers. Maybe because 10% of the population, according to statistics, is gay. And so you probably pissed off at least 1.3 of them, since you only have 13 on Twitter, by posting your bullshit on social media. So do we have a chance to watch this video?
Yeah, it's on screen right now. You want
Well,
me to
let's
press
go ahead
play?
and hit that play button so y'all can hear what you don't want to say in 2021.
Trigger warning.
Yeah. Language that is being used here is not necessarily appropriate or should ever be repeated on stream.
Sometimes when you rage at a death, you just can't control what you say. You just say.
Okay.
And this one happened to be when I was live on stream. Let's hope I don't get banned. Oh, this fucking DMR, man. Fuck off. Gay cunt DMR, you fucking faggot. I'm sorry I said that.
Does that sound like the apology of somebody who's sorry? The laughter, the giggling. Now, I'm sure that I could make jokes about the things that I could do to stop him from speaking. Things that I could put in his mouth. Things that he's probably had in his mouth. College is a time for experiment. But let me be very fucking clear. And I'm going to be really specific about this. So let me read through the series of tweets. First of all, Haidar was really specific about like, hey, this doesn't sound like you don't like this is some bullshit. Another LGBTQ streamer says, you're not sorry if you use slurs as content. This is homophobic for profit, which frankly, it is. Multiple other people, and I'm talking like right now, 73 people deep in this tweet thread or more, have gone so far as to report him on TikTok, report him on Twitch, report him on Twitter. And there's like screenshots of this shit going through. IP Impact's response was to say, hey man, understand your frustration. I know your community is better than this. I've apologized and recognized/admitted the content I posted was wrong. Not here to spread hate. I'm a loving person and I know your community is a loving one too. Let's not spread hate, just love.
What was his comments then? Was that love? Was that love spreading?
My response to him was, and you can scroll this down and put this on screen. I don't think you do. That's in reference to, hey man, understand your frustration. No, clearly you fucking don't. I know your community is better than this. How dare you? How fucking dare you? You preach love, not hate. Yet everything that came out of your mouth was dripping with disdain, hate, and intolerance. How dare you? If you're going to walk into 2021 being that stupid, stop streaming. Just stop now. Stop while you're ahead. Because I guarantee you, people like me are going to pick things up like this, and we're going to walk all over you. And I'm not saying that threateningly. I'm saying that as a learning experience. You need to choose your words carefully. Maybe it's you that needs to search your soul and be better, #NoHate. And I followed it up with this. There's a plethora of unique ways of engaging the exquisitely vast possibilities of eviscerating one's enemies with your vocabulary. Words can be weapons. Choose your sword wisely. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
And I say that with sincerity, meaning that I hope that this kid figures it out. Because when you are so engaged in a moment, thinking that you are providing a reasonably eloquent or influential level of content, but the words that come out of your mouth are not just derogatory, but they are filled with oppression and with the necessity to try and drive people of a specific class, culture, or orientation into hiding. There are some of us who aren't afraid, and I guarantee that is a fight you will lose. Please be considerate. Think about what you're doing. If you really want this to be a career choice for you, and you have the dynamic skill set to be able to succeed in multiple different game types, styles, and be able to lead a team to a victory, not just in a matchmaking tournament, but in an actual competitive esports tournament, the number one thing you need to be considering is PR, marketing, and the blowback. And I say blow, meaning yo-ho. The blowback's about to get real, kid. How dare you? You want to sit there and act like the victim as though other people are persecuting you, and yet you are the one who sat there and called a kid. Can I say the words again?
I need to say whatever you want.
I'm not saying these are acceptable words. I want to preface this. These are not acceptable words. But you called him a gay cunt faggot. There is no way to say, oops, I just said something in the heat of the moment.
Even in the video, his rage seemed fake.
But he went off on a kid who got the kill on him. He is pissy because he didn't get his Xbox 360 no scope with no fucking repercussions. He went off on another player who could be anybody. Could be anybody. Could be Cup, could have been me, could have been Torben. Could have been an aspiring esports star who got a good kill, who might be closeted, who took those words to heart and maybe overthought the situation to a point where it became a force of destruction in his life that's now sitting in the back of his mind because some little asshole doesn't know how to express himself and decided he was going to talk some mad shit and use the homosexual ethos as his retributive form of vengeance. My brain hurts talking about this because I can't tell you how irritated I am by this. And does he give the other individual a chance to talk? No, he turns his mic on and then shuts it off. Because his bitch ass doesn't want to hear the fucking response. And I guarantee you, if I'm in the other end of that goddamn conversation, there's going to be words to be had. Before I reach out to everybody at Treyarch and everybody at Activision, whom I know, to have your ass banned 6 ways from Sunday. Choose your words wisely. 2021 is a fragile era. We are recovering from 4 years of everything that's last happened. We are about to get into a new 4 years of something that we're not even sure what's going to go down. At least in the United States, it is a fragile moment. Worldwide, we're dealing with a pandemic that has taken hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of lives and in some cases infected millions of people. And it is not going to get better soon. It's going to get worse before it gets better. And your response to this needs to not be some asinine diatribe of fucking bullshit that ends up, I would say, attacking a specific group or class of people. Again, there is a myriad of words that you can use that have been bestowed upon multiple different languages, multiple different cadences, multiple different lifestyles, and multiple different backgrounds. that allow you to dynamically destroy people and eviscerate them vocally using the vocabulary that you have at hand. And if you don't know how, there's a word called a thesaurus, or ask your fucking iPhone, you little twat. How about that? It's frustrating. And so this kid does this, and he doesn't like the fact that the half the gay community responds negatively. Well, I'm sorry. Then you should have thought about your actions. And this feeds back into what January's theme has been for Cup and I. It's, if you can't make your eyeballs pop out of your skull and go one way or another, then you should definitely consider what your actions will affect going into 2021. How is your representation, not just of you, but of your brand? How is the representation that you provide to those you mod for, to those that you are editor for, to those you stream to? How do your actions reflect the type of world that you're looking to build, that you're looking to exist in, and in some cases, that you're looking to try and represent? Think first, speak second. I'm the last person to be pointing that finger at people, but at least you don't hear me running around using language like that. It's uncalled for, and it's harsh.
Treat people the way you think they would want to be treated.
I know that sounds cheeseball, people, but it's a basic rule, and you need to do it. Now, personally, I would love to find a long cone, like a traffic cone, so that when Cup does this, I can stuff a traffic cone on his mouth, and then you just got lips like that. Wow. Eyes out for the dries out. There you go. Oh my God, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. I wish I knew how to do this. And one of these days I'm going to figure it out. And then we're going to do an entire... What?
It's called Snapcam. Snapcam
okay,
for
Snapcam?
Windows. Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to have to do that. I have to get that now. Because, yeah, I need that. I need that in my life. But that was so frustratingly offensive to me.
Yeah.
And especially coming from Australian. I know my Aussies, and they wouldn't dare use that kind of language around me. Does that mean that it's not something that's commonly said? Sure, it is. It's something that's said. But you say that, if you're going to say that as some sort of a, hey, I'm just doing this culturally, understand your audience. And I'm offended that at any point in time, he would consider the fact that he's involved in a community that considers that acceptable. Because I know that my community would not. And he's about to realize that if you're going to try and succeed on Twitch, that kind of behavior, it's not going to cut it, bud. It's not. When I come to Melbourne, I hope to see and meet a different version of you, one that has learned and grown from your opportunity. I hope that in Twitch meetups, we can find a common ground to exist on so that there isn't pain and anger and irritation and offense, which is something we should all strive to do at some point in life. That's just my 2 cents.
That was like $10 at least.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna let's call it $9.50 and change.
But it is important, and I do think it fits with not only the 2021 theme that the Next Level has right now, but also just human theme. You know, it's something like if you want to just move forward in anything, just be a decent fucking human.
Yeah,
and don't do shit like that. And I want to know who raised him to make him think that shit was okay. That is
I see where you're going with this, and this is perfect. This is good. This is good. Do you have the picture of him from the article I would like to point out so we can actually talk a little bit about this?
No, because that never worked. You didn't send me a thing.
Okay, so sorry. Just go ahead and look that up while I start this conversation out. Last year, I had the extraordinary opportunity of being featured in a mixer event for Halo. And so my team rolled in and we were like, hey, and so you played against other teams, right? It was content creators and then, yeah. And so we got to pick another content creator, partners plus a content creator. So we had 4 people rolled up in there and I knew who I was grabbing and I did. Now the chat chose the games and we started out with Slayer as game 1. Game 2 was Griffball. Now I walked in and beat the living daylights out of everybody in that Griffball game and it was absolutely hilarious. So funny, but perfect. Game 3, we got our ass handed to us. Understandable. Nobody cared. We didn't come in there to win. We came in there to make a presence and let everybody know, you want to play Griffball? Yeah, good. Now, the shoutcasters at the time were a Mixer staff member and Ninja. So I rolled in and thought I'd be cool by saying, hey, thanks for the opportunity to play for y'all. I hope you were entertained. Congratulations. Because Ninja freaked out when I did some things in the game. And I was punching people with the ball, getting massive hammer kills, like running a 10-kill streak, Killionaires, everything. It was wild. And he's just like, what is happening? How did anybody can do that with a ball? What do you mean? You're punching a sword? What? I'm like, yeah, because I'm that good in Griffball, not an arena. So that happens. And I roll in with 750 embers, similar to bits on Twitch. And was like, thanks for letting us do your thing. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I hope you have a great stream. Ninja puts I'm over here chatting with my stream, thanking everybody for showing up and seeing where we're going to go next, what we're going to do, because obviously we're out of the competition. And Ninja basically puts everything on hold on the tournament, was all like, hold on. Watch this. Comes over to my stream, says, hey, thanks for the embers. Also, and drops 25,000 embers in my channel, drops a like, drops a sub. Okay? Freaking amazing.
That's
hilarious.
Awesome.
Now, as interesting as that was, do I agree with the things that have been said by the great Lord Ninja? Not always. What I also believe is that how do I put this? Public presence is something to be taken into consideration. If you're going to do a photo shoot or have things put out online, you should probably pose it correctly. Now, I'm not sure if there's a diet plan in place or if someone's not feeling so hot. But the picture alone was a little bit terrifying. Now, the big source of public anger has been, and it's been really interesting watching this happen. Ninja did an article or did an interview and the New York Times is really caught in a lot of this. What? Corbin, what happened?
Oh, I'm talking. He's nothing. He said on Twitter a clip of us, NextLevel featuring CupofRobots. Oh, motherfucker. Okay, I got it. I got Ninja's face.
He made the comments, and I'll be first person to jump on this. I have been saying this for years. I will continue saying this. And anybody who wants to argue with me about it, great. Congratulations. If you're not a parent, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
It is not. Oh, no, that wasn't what I was. That's not the picture I was looking at.
What was the picture? Can you link me to it?
I'm trying to get it. Doc. Where's Doc Chaos?
Doc, help!
Let's see here. Let me do this. Does this work? Can you click that at all?
I can click whatever.
I click the link.
I don't have access to that link.
All right, never mind. Well, you know what? Well, let's not worry about it.
Okay.
Let's move on to the story itself. The story itself is Ninja is a gaming superstar. He's a message for parents. Raise a better class of gamer. That's essentially what it is. Now, people have been coming out of the woodwork. It's not his goddamn job to teach your fucking children how to be better adults, how to be better human beings. That's your job. And I have laughed multiple times in the face of and at people who be like, yeah, but what about gaming addiction? That's not a thing if you have a teenager. It's called being a proper parent. I'm sorry. As somebody who nannied 6 children, I've managed this. It's called setting boundaries, establishing a baseline, and understanding that in that house, there is an authoritative control mechanism, and it's called I'm the parent, you are the child. End of story. If you are a nanny or a caregiver for children, when mom and dad aren't home and you are the one in charge, you're the one in charge. I am not saying that being a parent is easy. It is not. Being a parent is probably one of the most unbelievably difficult and strenuous jobs on the planet. Your responsibility is to maintain the future and to build out the future for a child. That's not something that anybody should ever feel like comes easily. That being said, that's the picture of him, and I'm very concerned by what's going on. Right, exactly. Being a parent is not easy, and I do not envy that. However, as a parent, it is your responsibility to be involved in your child's life. If your child loves gaming, great, game with them. If your child is going to make gaming a piece of their life going forward, be involved. Don't ignore it. Don't shove them down there and allow gaming to be the parent. Don't ignore them and go on with your talk shows or whatever because you don't feel like you need to babysit your children. You do. Ninja said what we've been saying as content creators for years to the New York Times. And the response has been unbelievable. From comments ranging through homophobia to racism, sexism, ageism, there has been a myriad of people coming out of the woodwork, attacking him for his policy and for his statements about his opinion on what's going on, especially given the fact that Ninja is responsible for clips like this.
The fuck you say to me, you little shit?
Now, does that sound like somebody who's not at the moment experiencing an extraordinary need to express toxicity?
Why? You're the one who got knocked.
I feel like maybe the answer is possibly, potentially, probably, allegedly, most likely, yes. However,
Nope.
However, we all grow. We all learn. Trust me, those of you who have teenagers, your parenting skills now, I'm sure, have progressed extraordinarily since they were 3. If you have toddlers, it's probably better than it was when you were an infant. It's about to have to get a real big learning curve because they're about to get real shitty. If you have kids in the college age years, well, you remember what it was like when they turned 10, 11, 12, 13, and you had to deal with all of the insane hormones that ran amok. But it's no different than if you got a phone call from school saying your child used the F word in class towards a teacher. Your first question is going to be, where did that come from? Your fingers need to not be pointing at the video games that they play. Your fingers need to be pointing at yourself. Because you're the reason they were unsupervised when playing those games. You're the reason that they didn't talk to you about what was going on. You have a responsibility to be involved, and that is exactly what Ninja is saying. And I have a hard time saying this out loud, but I stand, honestly, firmly in line with Ninja on this one.
100%.
It's not content creators' jobs to raise your children.
It's not. Just like it's not fucking Teletubbies' job to raise your toddlers, and that was... Is that even a thing anymore? But, and it's... My parents didn't write a letter to Soprano, like to HBO, about how me watching Sopranos was their responsibility. Number one, because I was like 25 when Sopranos came out. And number two... They're normal humans. It's not. It blows my mind that people in any shape or form. When people even come into my tiny ass channel and they say, you know, you should do this, I think this would be a good change, you know, like, fuck yourself. Like, this isn't
right.
I hate that shit. Or like, hey, you know, my baby's watching. Well, then don't have them fucking around me, because I use this as a joke, and I usually bleep the wrong word, and you know that. I'm not going to change myself to fit your audience that you have there. It's oh God, people are idiots.
Right.
People
like,
are idiots.
what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Oops, I bleeped the wrong word.
I want to make it so you can hear the words over the bleep, but you can still hear the bleep. And there has to be a way to do that.
My baby knows your voice now. And I don't want to. And we're not bringing this up to single people out in that sense of, hey, we hope if you feel shitty about life. No. When it comes to the issue of IP impact, yes, I hope you feel shitty about this and realize the absolutely monstrous behavior that you engaged in as though it was a joke, as though our livelihoods and the struggles that we have gone through in order to try and even find a modern balance to equality in society, and you make a joke out of it as though it's something to be just thrown into the trash. We're not trash. We're not.
It's so fucking ridiculous. It blows my mind, and this is a big part of the problem in situations like in the world and shit like that, where the same thing happened during the BLM riots, the Black Lives Matter riots and stuff, and you saw a lot of people say, God, I guess I thought it was better.
Right?
Of course it's not. Of course it never was. Like, you have to look outside of yourself and stuff like that. And it's just, but I catch myself now seeing this guy. I'm like, I don't understand how people fucking say shit like that. I mean, even when I was a teenager, I didn't say shit like that. You know, it blows my mind that people think that's okay.
Yeah.
And it's, I feel bad for it blowing my mind. Like, I don't understand that people talk like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's
it's
like,
inappropriate and it's uncalled for.
Like, oh, everything's fine over here.
Yeah,
White straight privilege and everything, that I don't have to deal with any of this.
Yeah. Yep. And it's a thing. It's a real issue that, as a community, as streamers, as content creators, as viewers, as mods, as editors, as social media representatives for varying different companies and groups, it's important that we realize our words have impacts that go far beyond our intended audience. And that's why it's so imperative that we utilize the opportunity to embrace the education that we have had the opportunity, that we've been privileged with, to ensure that we are saying what we mean with our words. Choose your words wisely. How you represent yourself can affect those around you. If I say some dumb shit online, again, I can negatively or positively affect those around me. And it's important that we stand up for each other, with each other, and maybe not take on other people's battles for them, but stand securely and confidently behind them while they take the charge for their own issues and their own causes in a direction that's going to hopefully find resolution and not cause more of an issue. Also, my sinuses are killing me.
You should just get rid of those. Can you hear me speaking under the beep? Over the beep?
No.
Fuck. I want that to happen so bad.
Wait, was the question, can I do or can I do?
I want to make it so the mic doesn't get muted during the beep, because there's so much comedic value there. Like if I just said fuck, but there was a beep noise behind the fuck. I want that to be a thing so bad. And
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna say the C word, but I want you to beep it and I'll say it, all right?
All right.
Are you asking if I can do?
Wait.
Not yet.
Wait. No.
Are you asking if I can do cocaine? That was way too late. And now Torben fires both of us.
Oh, it's so bad. I know there has to be a way with Go XLR to do this shit. I know there has to be a way.
Wait! I see my hoo-ha!
Squeak, squeak, motherfucker.
Just look away. Just look away.
This is the most terrifying shit I've ever seen.
Fucking god awful.
And I've seen this.
Wow. I'm like, Big Red over here is looking at you like, what the fuck just happened? Why? Why? So we hope that you understand why we're so adamant about this, and we're trying to bring some levity and comedy and stuff to it. But you know, there's a point at which the line has to be drawn, and there's a point at which you have to ask yourself, what's the end goal? Is your end goal just to hang out, have a career that doesn't involve streaming or gaming, that isn't necessarily going to be affected or reflected in whatever you're doing streaming? Great, do whatever the fuck you want then. But if your goal, and I say this as guidance, as hope, if your goal is to do something within the gaming and streaming industry in a way that is going to be impactful, meaningful, and influence others in a method that's going to hopefully create a better environment for us to game in and stream in, creating a better community worldwide, and look towards a future of acceptance, tolerance, and compassion, don't be a fuckwit.
Oh, mine's really quiet now. The main thing is just fucking just be conscious of what you put out into the world. Like it's not hard. It's not, you know. And I actually, bravo Microsoft, because you know the golden rule is treat others as you would like to be treated. But they said the platinum rule. And I mean, their social media team is killing it, by the way, Microsoft,
Nice to work
Xbox in
with them.
general. And but they said the platinum rule is treat other people how you think they want to be treated.
Right.
You know, take the fucking ego out of it, and you know what I mean? Just
Yeah. It's it's not good. People are yeah. Exactly. The ego is a problem. So other than that, what else do we want to talk about tonight, since our hour's almost up and I've spent it bitching about people that are stupid online?
well, this is what we do.
Also true.
I
So,
challenge
guess-
anybody to go back to any episode and see any episode that we weren't bitching about people being stupid, because that's really our whole brand here.
It is. It truly is. And yeah. Agreed. Yeah, I'm looking at what Torben's sending and Torben's pushing out, and it's true. Like, this kid deserves to be blacklisted.
Yeah.
I would love to think that there's hope for redemption, but that kind of indifference
Right. And then
to
you make
language of such a volatile nature is astoundingly ingrained.
Yeah, and then you make a tweet of your apology because you're like, everything's content. It's not.
No, it's not content. It's not content. Like, I could say something horrific to somebody. Not content. That's called offensive. I could show up in that kid's stream and be like, hey, you know what? I'm going to your dad, and then I'm going to you.
And
in that order.
yeah.
That's not content. That's called abusive. That's called unnecessary. And then I am no better than he is. Then I'm just a raspberry, a blue raspberry. I'm a blasberry.
You're just a blue raspberry. Raspberry?
Yeah, well, it's not. You're definitely not a blueberry. Blueberries are smooth. That's a raspberry. That's a red raspberry. There you go. Little raspberry.
Just take, just at the end of a hard night, you just want to take a cookie and just suck it on the milk. You suck it on the milk.
I just want to drown that little chocolate face inside the white, creamy goodness of what's in the glass and swirl it around and watch it slowly slide off as the chocolate melts and it seeps inside the dough of the cookie. I feel like I've gone too far with this. Chaos is like, check please. Oh my God! Let the rockets red glare. So there we go. I know February. We got this is our last show for this month. Isn't it?
This is it.
February is
It's
a whole.
wrap.
Yeah, February is a whole different theme, and I would normally be a responsible viewer and have next month's theme in front of me, and I'm gonna quickly try and find that, or Torben's gonna just tell us.
I'm gonna vamp.
What?
Onion.
You're gonna drain blood from somebody? Why do it? Why is there nothing pinned in this show chat? I gotta
Because nobody likes pins. Okay, this is it. Okay. Away
in a manger, the little Lord lay.
Yes.
Okay.
Also,
there it is.
Another way to get better at 2021 is maybe not start 1,000 fucking Discord chats with all kinds of information in them and
not
pin nothing. Pin absolutely nothing. And maybe stop doing that.
Well, I'm gonna say this. This is something that. So I found it. And we're gonna try. And we're gonna probably have a conversation about this. Cup and I'll have a conversation about this along with Torben. Torben's over here like stomping his foot. So coming up next month. So next week when we have our show, the first show of February for 2021. The topic is gonna be content and you. What the fuck are you doing? And why? How can you make better content? And what can you change to make content better? Content creators and producers are going to be the topic of this show. And most likely I'm going to suggest, not most likely, I'm going to have a conversation with Cup about it. I think the Cup and I should try having our first guest on the show at some point during the month. At some point during the month. Are you okay with I know I'm throwing Torben under the bus right now, going like, hey, I'm going to suggest this on stream so that you don't have a choice of saying no. Are you okay with this?
Torben doesn't have a choice to say no on anything on this show, first of all. And second of all, yes, I would love to have a guest on here. And you know what else we should do?
Have chickens host the whole show and see how many eggs we can get laid during the episode. And then eat the egg.
A complete like Adult Swim weird ass show shit that lasts 12 minutes, but an hour's worth of shit happens. But
we're gonna pre-record it and then just squeeze it in 12 minutes with every gap of silence just bled right out of it, and it's just gonna be boom, show. There we go. And if you want to watch the whole thing, you have to slow it down to like 0.15 speed, and then you'll get it normal.
Yeah.
We'll see how many of you are really interested in getting the show and how many of you are willing to listen to what it sounds like being
basically
two munchkins and one of the dwarves from the Wizard of Oz, running around on crack and a little bit of PCP in that pipe.
Kelly's my sister, by the way,
I shouldn't say on stream.
Space Ghost the other day. That's my sister, who's an
Space
amazing
Ghost for the
artist.
first time?
No, Space Ghost Coast to Coast. She's very familiar.
There we go.
She knows she grew up with me as an older brother. Of course, she knows what that is. You see her art in a lot of backgrounds of my pictures, by the way.
Oh, there you go. Cool.
What was I gonna say? Oh, we should critique people's stream setups.
Okay, so here's two ways this can go. This can go two ways. We can critique their setups by choice, or which comes with an air of positive reinforcement and opportunities for improvement, or critique people randomly from Twitch who have no idea that we're watching and then make fun of stupid people.
Here's the issue.
Yeah, I
like that,
first
but
one
it's
is
against
more positive.
TOS to actually
what?
show another Twitch channel on your channel without their permission.
So if you'd like to be featured and get our feedback on your stream, please reach out directly to us. You can do so at cupofrobots.fuckmylife.com or go to DJBluePDWhatTheFuck.org.
Yeah. If you
Both
want
of
to
those
have
are not websites.
if you
Please
want
do
us
not
to
go to those websites.
roast your shitty stream setup, we'll be happy to. All you have to do is reach out to us on Twitter with the hashtag.
Yeah. Rate my stream. Rate my stream. Review my stream.
Dunk my cookie daddy. And we'll get back to you.
Can we do dunk my cookie daddy?
Can we?
Fear. I don't know. You're so creamy right now. I'm getting gassy just looking at you. There you go.
Stop it now, no.
I'm over here trying to dunk my chicken straw, in your milk.
Straw.
What?
You dunk your chicken straw. It's gonna go off for 2 hours. What the fuck is this? There's a hand on it.
Why? I'm not sure what's happening to you right now, but I feel like somebody is touching your waffle.
Hold on a second.
What the fuck?
He's like...
Oh god, that's great. All right. There we go. So yeah, starting in February, it is we're going to be talking about content and you, talking about current events that are happening with shit that we want to talk about, and also talking about how you can address what's fucked up and make it better. There you go. Other than that, yeah, I think I want to see how much snow is on the ground still, and the puppies want to get out there again, so.
And the reality is that I'm probably just going to play Tetris Effect for the whole hour.
Kermit the Frog here, and I would like to say, under no circumstances, I would like you to know that I have at no time ever told anyone to go themselves. You are a bastard, and I am, I once ate a fly off of Mike Pence's hair.
Oh, if you don't clip that, you're a bitch.
That's the show, folks.
Yeah, that's it. I can sit here and play with Snapchat filters all day.
Oh my god, that's great. All right. So we'll be back next week, Tuesday, 6:00 p.m. Pacific. Thanks so much, people. And that's our show.
That's it. I've been Cup of Robots, and this has been DJ Blue PDX.
And Papa Delta X-Ray.
Wow.
That is perfect.
Oh, look, another one.
There we go. I don't know what that button was. Oh my god.
Hello, motherfucker.
Let's go.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Oh,
Bye,
let's go.
guys.
Bye.